That's a delicious tea with lemon and honey. Welcome, good afternoon everyone, we are live. I hope you can hear me well. Hopefully you can hear me well, because this little thing called preamp died recently, but I straight away replaced it with a new one. So let me know later if you hear me better, worse, or the same. Hopefully the same or better, as I spent more money on the new one, so it hopefully will not break. So now I have Rode microphone and Rode preamp, the mini Rode preamp. So I went for still like a budget-friendly version. If you really want to know how much it cost, it's like under 150 quid. So not expensive like studio kind of setup with all the sound effects, but should be good. More expensive than a previous one. And now let me welcome people in the chat. Welcome Dr. Atomic, Mr. Nimbus, Michael Jackson, I guess, Spiteful Angel, Anyway, RHPS 4711, Jesus for you, Radrop, Adefion Jag, Gandrek, Pots 1000, Crazed, Manser, Joe, Garofalo, Arpan Basu, Two Threat Actual, Don's Doom, Anyway, they said Anyway already, Brie Eloise, it's Angie, Victor Fonts, Craze, Demancer, Catherine Small, Siamara Moo, and who did I miss? I think, oh, and Lucid, welcome. Okay, and welcome everyone else who will be joining us later. Okay, sounds good. Okay, you are saying that sounds good. Okay, I'm happy to hear that. I was trying to test it myself, but I never like my own voice. So I don't know if that's better, worse. Do you have the same? When you listen to your own voice, it doesn't sound as good as you imagine it's supposed to sound? So I hope it's okay. It's okay. And it's a second week of Fallout anniversary. I don't know if you had an opportunity to watch official Bethesda stream for second anniversary. I was watching on Twitch. I was there. There was a turtle float represented on the parade. I even posted a link with a timestamp to the parade, to the exact moment that turtle float appeared. If you are on Twitter, I posted it there. And Gandrek is saying, sounds good, no one likes their own voice. Okay, that's good. So I'm not a weirdo. Yeah, the 5th anniversary was amazing. Oh, and on Fallout.com there is article for 5 years of Fallout. We'll be checking that out. The thing that I took from the anniversary, apart from all the memories coming back, like all the 5 years, it was such an awesome 5 years with the community of Fallout. I did not even realize there is so many Fallout communities. That is more than I expected, and I'm so happy about it. By the way, there was like, for those people that try to claim that Fallout 76 is dead, this live stream have been watched. I don't know how many people in total, but there was 2,000 people watching at almost any given moment of the stream, which is a lot. For the official game channel to have 2,000 viewers, that's a lot. If you don't know Twitch, that's huge. I'm getting on Twitch up to 100. I was once probably at 400 viewers or something like that. That was during the patch maintenance. So getting 2,000 is really a lot. The Fallout communities are huge and they're still here. It's absolutely huge. Oh, you saw my float? Do you think it's awesome? Thank you a lot. I'm happy to hear that. Arpan Basu was watching the whole parade. Nice, me too. Why is the video timer at 45 minutes? What video timer? You're talking about Twitch stream? If you're talking about the link to the Twitch stream, I put a link to the exact moment when my float appears, but you can scroll to the beginning if you want the whole parade. Yeah, I do agree this event was really good. And the songs, some goofy songs, some Fallout-like songs that they recorded, especially for this anniversary, that was such a nice touch. Like the Chat Fallout podcast did such a good job organizing and putting it together. Yeah, Lady Devan is doing a really good job for all the communities for a long time now. So Chat and Lady Devan, all of them. The likes counter is counting for me. We are at 23 likes at this moment for this podcast, which is nice as we just started. Yeah, they really should add this song from the beginning to Appalachian Radio. That would be so cool. It was such a good song. I would play it for you, but I don't know if I can. Someone recorded it, so probably someone owned the copyrights for the song. So I will not play it here, but you check the stream. You check the stream. The song is there. I don't know if it's free to use or is it copyrighted, so I will not try to play it. Because I don't know that. And yeah, as always, I will answer your question from Discord, ask the turtle section, and we'll start, I think. We'll start from the article with the whole recap. That will be the best to start this live stream. And then we can talk more. Let me pull the article, and we all check it out. There we go. From pixels to people, a retrospective on the Fallout 76 community. It's a cool one. It began with the announcement from Todd Howard at the Bethesda E3. Good old times, I remember E3. Why did they cancel it? I really like E3, I was always watching it. E3 2018 press conference. In Fallout 76, each of those players is a real person. A Fallout game where the world was populated by more than just myself? A veteran of other MMOs, I was immediately intrigued by the idea of collaboratively exploring a universe I knew from the Capital Wasteland and the Commonwealth. The ability to actively engage in the environments and experiences with my husband, rather than passively watching, was an immediate draw. The excitement was real, and we convinced some friends to get on board. I was really excited myself, to be honest, when they announced Fallout 76. I know a lot of people wasn't, but it was the time for me that I was playing already Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, and I was always looking for some mods that gives you a multiplayer, and there was no good mods for that. And when first time Fallout 76 was announced, I was thinking it will be co-op with up to 4 friends, but it was even better. It was full-on multiplayer MMO. Better for me, not for everyone. Some people hate it. I love it. I love to have MMO Fallout. Look at those responders, officers. Cue opening music, that speech by Voltec. And the moment the vault door slowly rolls open as the blinding light of the world beyond fills the screen. Those first weeks of beta into the official launch were ones of hilarity and suspense. This was a new concept. Capped servers with a dynamic environment, and I found myself often wondering if the next player encountered would be gunning for my junk. That 400-pound stash box fills up fast. It's true. Initial stash box was 400 limit. I agonize over using my mic in the game world. But the only way to truly engage with the experiment of Fallout in a multiplayer format was to do exactly that. My small group of friends finally started using the in-game voice system, and we were shocked. Another picture. As we traveled around in our responder outfits, people chatted with us, asked questions about us, sought help, or dropped junk for us. People started to tag along, join our sessions, chat about the game, and then, at a point that is hard to identify, they were a part of our little group. The Fallout 5.0 new responders. 5.0, I don't know how it's supposed to be read. Over 5 years, I watched that group grow from a handful of friends into a community that stretches across systems with so many distinct personalities, where it was no longer about pixels on the screen, but the people behind it. We grew together, developing a narrative for those who pick up the mantle of the responders of old and sought to try and help Appalachia find itself again. It was a cohort of creativity that sparked character growth and experience. I watched it happen as the Fallout 5.0 came together with the idea of what if the responders and raiders went to war and the outcome would determine our fate. That was the Battle of Big Bend Tunnel, where an unscripted PvP match ended with the word of the Vulture's raider gang on trial. But it was more than just that moment. What sprang from this in-character battle was the Fallout 5.0 as a community itself diving fully into the realm of storytelling, collaboration, and outreach with other factions and groups. Ultimately, what makes the Fallout 5.0 such storytellers and creators is the camaraderie, both internally with the group itself and externally with the community at large. A community became a family, not just within my role-playing group, but the entirety of the player base that invested in the idea that, according to Todd Howard, every person and character is real. At least it was. Why I know he meant it from the angle of an online experience, it is a profound statement that is a truth regarding this community at large. We are all real and connected. I saw it in small ways in the first year when people created characters that became known for their deliberately positive, in-character interactions with others. Roleplay groups formed, mine included, exploring the idea of fully embracing the identity of characters that survived and their interactions and relationships with others. Virtual photography exploded with people searching for that perfect angle in the mire and sharing their tips and tricks freely and enthusiastically with others. As we became comfortable with the idea of a community that supported each other regardless of the approach we took to the game, builder or photographer, PvPer or a player, I saw this community go from casual acquaintances to friends and families. We became a village of compassion and a network of support. Before my eyes, the Fallout 76 community embraced the creativity of any who wanted to dip a toe into the irradiated waters. Podcasts, machinima, and even live theater productions, all inspired by the community, took root and blossomed. It is not easy to release your creative project to the public out of fear of rejection, but this community has demonstrated time after time that they will stand behind and support those willing to invest in content creation, not because there was some sort of secret reward. No, the members of this community did that, and still do, because these were their friends, their neighbors, in this cherished village that is the community of Fallout 76. That, I say, is quite telling. The bonds we share in this community are not limited to our interactions in the game and what we create. This community is one of selfless compassion, and I am continuously struck by the willingness of this community to help another person. When the home of Dr. C.G. Martin's player caught fire and was destroyed, it was this community that stepped up and raised funds to help him in the rebuilding process. When Wasteland Medic's player was about to lose her car, it was this community that intervened and helped secure it for the future. When Ken, author of the Chat podcast, faced insurmountable medical bills, it was this community that covered the costs. When Greg Ballard, Gamer Redefined, a cherished friend and member of this community, unexpectedly passed away, it was this community that collectively gasped, then fell into each other's arms to share in the grief that was both so public and so personal, and honor his memory through cooperative funding and support. We have embraced the concept that we are a family, that support comes in many forms, and that while we may not know where Fallout 76 will take us, we do know that we have a bond with the people behind the pixels, and that's ultimately what's happened to all of us over 5 years. At some point, we stopped seeing the pixels and started seeing the people. Maybe it was through a faction we joined, or a trader network we used, a podcast we heard, or a machinima we watched, a GoFundMe we've supported, or a Fallout for Hope charity event we attended. Maybe it was when we gathered as fans last year for the anniversary across multiple locations to celebrate Fallout. Or perhaps it was when we saw pictures of weddings and announcements of births for the people in this community that we call family. Pixels are just little dots on a screen, composing various colors to create a larger, more discernible picture. I would argue that in the Fallout 76 community, pixels have become so much more. They are the multifaceted reality of a collection of amazing people who come from all walks of life and a plethora of experiences, who have embraced the idea that community means family. That's really good article. Yeah, the memories and the ending, the community means family. That actually means a lot to me. As in my case, if you don't know, I had a family, the traditional one, that ended, and then you became my family, like the full-time family. And I will be always grateful for that, however long it will last. Is that real for me? So I can absolutely embrace this article. There is more than they mentioned. I didn't even know some of those stories. And I know some stories that were not even mentioned in this article. The communities are just so huge. Those are everywhere. So the 5 years of Fallout 76. It was amazing 5 years so far, and I do hope it will be lasting. I definitely don't want to lose this family. I don't want to lose all of you. Never ever. Never ever. I need you, and I hope you need me a little bit. And yeah, I loved survival too. I'm so sad Bethesda retired this mode. I hope it will be back one day, or some other mode. The custom worlds do not give a justice to community-focused game. Oh, friend, thank you a lot for €5. Appreciate that, friend. And you're asking, how are you? And you're wishing me nice weekend. Thank you very much. I'm good. I'm good. I do appreciate that. And I hope it will be a nice weekend. I'm pretty sure it will be a nice weekend. So thank you very much. Oh, and cheers for you generously donating 10 subscriptions for people, 10 memberships. So those 10 new people will be able to join a little hangout that I'm always doing for members on the channel, for all the supporters after this stream. So I hope to see you there. And who do I welcome to the community of Turtle Army supporters? Radrob, welcome. WL Ranger Mike, Robert Sharon, Jarrod Colin Andrews, Michaela, Don's Doom, Chris Zimmerman, Cheese Cracker, Slav Im in MN, Brick Jasp, welcome to Turtle's Army, and may the shell be with you. I hope to see you all soon on the member hangout after the Turtlecast. Let me check a chat a little bit. I know I was too focused on this article because it's, I don't know how many of you feel like a personal connection with community and Fallout 76. I definitely do. That's because of events, real life events aligning with Fallout and stuff like that, but I do. So that was a very touching article for me. I don't know who written the article. I didn't check. I don't know if there was said who write those. I don't know. There is no author. Oh, wait, there is something. At the bottom it says by Lucy Middleton. I don't know who that is. It seems like it was written by Lucy Middleton. Nuclear Winter was nice too. Although I'm personally not the biggest PvPer, as on the PC there have been cheaters, but I did play some Nuclear Winter matches, and some I even enjoyed. Mostly I did not. Some I did enjoy. So yeah, I did play that. Oh, Quinzel, thank you a lot for five quid and keep it up emoji. Thank you a lot, Quinzel. Appreciate that. All the familiar names. And yes, I know I only can see you through the nicknames and avatars, but I still recognize a lot of you by now, and I'm always happy to see you on my screen. And I know that after and behind every name is a person. Because, at least for now, the bots are not so good to pretend to be a person at all. And I hope this will not change. I don't want AI people. I want real people. Oh, thank you for kind words, Arpan Basu. And I will absolutely keep uploading the videos about Fallout 76 and some other topics. And definitely as long as Fallout 76 exists, I'm not leaving it. I'm not going anywhere. Unless someone will force me. I hope that will not happen. Hello, Dale. There are some very destructive groups. Yeah, it's a wasteland. To be honest, those people that complain about PvPers that try to force PvP or trap camps and so on, I'm not one of them. I absolutely understand the existence of that thing. It's a wasteland. Cannot be all like roses and flowers and sweeties waiting for you. It's a wasteland that needs to be a little bit of a taste of a wasteland. Oh, Atom Balm, baby, thank you a lot for $5. Your first donation, appreciate that. And the message is, Angry Turtle rocks. Keep up the great work. Oh, thank you a lot, Atom Balm, baby. Appreciate that. Friends saying we are all advanced AI. No, we are not. We're real humans playing Fallout. I don't know if turtles can live up to 500 years old, but I'm pretty sure there was one turtle from Galapagos that was estimated to live like 150 or 70 years, something like that. Some of the Nuclear Winter outfits, I think, have been sold in the past, either in Atom Shop or through Minerva or through other means. Yeah, some trap camps are really hilarious. You were able to probably see me getting caught by a trap camp. Not Trump camp. I don't know how that went out. Trap camp couple times during my lifestyle. I always enjoy the creativity of those camps. Like the last camp that I encountered, there was a vendor and the mannequin place that it was looking like mannequin is browsing the vendor, so to communicate to you that it's safe, but when you went in there, then the trap was activated and you were dead. So that was cool one. Oh, Dale, you like feel of Fallout? I absolutely like it too. That's very unique. Even in Starfield. Starfield feels good, but you cannot. I was hoping and a little bit even for a moment afraid that it will, because that was such a big project for Todd Howard. So for a moment I was afraid, what if Starfield will feel better than Fallout universe? It did not happen though. Starfield feels good, not nearly as good as Fallout universe, unfortunately, or fortunately, depends how you look at that. There are some turtles that live 900 years. I'm not sure, I never heard about it. Unless we are talking about the great turtle that holds our entire planet on its shell. At least I heard this turtle exist in flat Earth community. And no, I do not believe in flat Earth. I do believe the Earth is shaped like a turtle shell. Okay, let me answer your questions from the Discord, as I almost forgot about it. Let's skip to the Discord and see what questions you have for me this time around, and if I can answer them. Hopefully I do, but sometimes you have such a question that I'm not able to answer. It is happening. Not very often, luckily, but it is happening. Alright, here we go. Questions. Angry Panda. Hello Turtle. Here is a nice idea for you as content. You go to private every stream, review cams of other players that join, and maybe just ask for players who are done to leave as there will be no planning on the private. I see other streamers do similar things, just a tooth. I can't really. Oh, and TrueGrid has answer for you. My private server will not be usable for that, as my friend list is broken. And unfortunately, as much as Bethesda loves the community, they are unable to fix my friend list. So to all people with huge communities, there is a point when you add so many friends to your friend list that your friend list completely breaks. Which is not nice, and I still hope, after over a year with broken friend list, that one day, they will fix it. This day did not happen yet, so I will wait. Lexia. What is the equivalent of Company T for Carnivore? It's still Company T. For Carnivore, Company T is still stronger than anything else. Not as strong as Company T on Herbivore, but it is still a Company T. Oh, and there is answer here. Last time I checked, it was Steppe Fever Blossom Tea. Not better than Company Tea. Company Tea is better. And Company Tea does work on Carnivore, but with its default value, it's not boosted. That's the difference. So still Company Tea. Frin is saying, hey Turtle, do you have a favorite planet in Starfield in terms of looks and feel? Yes, it's the planet with Neon City, because it's a water planet. So I do absolutely have this planet as my favorite, the water planet. Shin, hi Turtle, how do you change the weapon damage visual for 2-shot to show without the X2? And unfortunately you cannot. It was like that before 2 patches ago, so earlier this year, but you cannot change it. I wish that would be a setting in options, but it is not. So you need to see it how you see it. I prefer it with just normal total damage value, but you cannot see it. Next, hi Turtle. If I'm a bloodied build and have emergency protocols and I'm above 20% health and I take a single hit for let's say 100 damage, will any of that damage be mitigated by emergency protocols since that hit happened while above 20% health? It will not be. The emergency protocols will trigger a split second after you drop below 20% health. It takes a game a split second to register that you dropped. So no, it will not be mitigated. That's why bloodied builds are so particular about cutting off health with rats to just directly under 20% health. As playing with 25% health, you can actually be more squishy than playing with exactly 20%. TrueGrid. If you could design a new in-game event or questline for Fallout 76, what would it be? And how would it fit into the overall narrative and gameplay experience of the Appalachian Wasteland? That's a good one. I didn't really think about the perfect quest that I would add. But, okay, what it would be. That would be a map extension, a little bit. Or unused area on the map. Or some map extension. It would be nice to get to a new city, new part of the game, and discover that there was a vault, that there was a private build vault, that not from the Vault-Tec, but it would be huge. And there would be a story for it, because I love the Vault stories. But this time, I will let it prosper, kind of, so there will be a small group of survivors still inside. And that as much as I will say. There would be more into it. I love vaults. I would one day, most likely, let's say something crazy happen, and I would be a millionaire today or tomorrow. I would start planning my own shelter, my own vault. It would be probably a waste of money, to be honest. But I would like a private vault. even a small one. Just have it. Most likely inside there will be like a collection of followed gadgets, but hey, who ask a multimillionaire how they spend their money? To be clear, I'm not a multimillionaire. I don't have a vault. I don't even have a house. So, and my car is on a payment plan, so not mine either. So, but if I would have those millions, I would have a vault. Frin, tell us the difference between turtles and tortoises. Turtles, it's more general. It's all of them together. So turtles, sea turtles, and tortoises you will describe as turtles. While tortoises you refer to turtles that live on land. So that's the difference. And I'm a sea turtle. I identify as a sea turtle. I love sea and ocean. And now back to you, back to the chat. Okay, let's see what chat is saying. I did suggest to delete and reset my friend list, but for some reason this suggestion was not taken. I don't know why. I said that I'm okay with losing all friends and adding everyone who I want again manually. Still, it was a no. I'm not sure if Bethesda knows how this friend list even works. Maybe a relic of a past, so no one has any knowledge how the friend list works. Oh, Dale, you have a turtle. Turtle named Junior. Nice. 26 years old, so younger than me. I'm an older turtle. Okay. Yeah, I know the support. Sometimes it's really disappointing when you really need help. I agree with that. It takes incredible patience and determination to do with Fallout support. I wish we could get a better support. As you could think that me, as a content creator with quite a bit of subscribers, maybe not the biggest, I don't have millions, it's thousands, but still, you would think maybe they will try a little bit harder. But at least they are fair. They help or do not help everyone equally. They're like, nope, sorry, we can do. Kentucky Ranger used to use Nerd Rage on full health build? Interesting. Do you remember the old Nerd Rage from other Fallouts when the time slowed when you drop under 20%? That was cool too. Use Nerd Rage on full health commando build? How does it work? And I'm not talking about big map extension, about my quest idea. A little map extension. Just enough to add one new location and a little bit of surrounding area. What? Curious Malaka, you can seriously buy a retired Atlas Messiah site for $200,000? I mean, not like it changes anything for me. I don't have $200,000, but that's interesting. So you can build your own shelter for like probably how much you will need. You will need to redo it a lot inside, so probably like less than $500,000 for a private bunker. That's quite big. Interesting. Hello there, Stephen Newton and Jules. And yes, I did watch a lot of YouTube video about real life bunkers shelters, private ones, and billionaire-owned ones. There are quite cool companies that are actually building a family shelters that you can squeeze under the house construction site, which I really liked. But still, not in my budget anytime soon. Maybe one day, I don't know. And yes, I'm curious about a lot of things in life and in gaming. And I learn stuff that I will never use, but I cannot stop. Everything is curious thing for me. I need to know how you operate a farm with a lot of cows, how you get the milk, how the process works, and simultaneously I need to know how the pineapple grow just because I need to know it. I need to know everything that I see. I have this weird urge to figure out how the things work, including bunkers and stuff like that. If I see something in Fallout universe, I'm curious how it works in real life. The same with nukes. I need to figure out how actual nuke works, like how the actual nuclear silo operates and how long people can live in there. And this vary quite widely, from 6 months up to years, and maximum duration. It's hard to predict, as I noticed some of those crazy bunkers have some kind of food production incorporated in them. But how long it can operate, that's tough to answer. And probably this drive to knowing everything, it's what's always is pushing me to keep testing how the stuff actually works in Fallout and in other games. So you can say it's a curse and a blessing in one. It's kind of annoying sometimes that I need to go out of my way and figure out stuff that do not directly affect me. But in other moments, I know some weird stuff that can be useful one day. You just have, you just have to have the weapons and skill to take a completed bunker in case of apocalypse. You know, it may not be so easy. If they get to their own bunker first and close it from inside, it's quite tricky to take it over. Assuming you even know where it is. Do you know how well hidden are some of those bunkers? With entrance through the cave? Or entrance through the open field that you think it's totally empty, but there is an entrance to the bunker, or there is like an old warehouse sitting and there is entrance inside to the bunker. People are creative. We probably can walk next to the real huge bunker without even knowing it exists. What would I say it's better on Bloody Fixer for boss fights? Quad 25-25 or Quad 50-25? I did answer this question in the past, and assuming there is no crazy server lag, Quad 25-25 is more powerful. Oh, Kentucky Ranger, you have the same chair as me? That's cool. Yeah, some cushion can be quite handy for those. Those are rather hard. I don't need cushion for most time, unless I plan to sit for 8 hours. Yeah, Robert, that's a good plan to find a ready bunker and take it over. But some of them are heavily defended, and even if you find one, you are assuming you will have time to figure out how to get in. If there are nukes dropping, you don't have time to figure out how to get in. If I had to rate Starfield out of 10, what would it be? So I don't like rating in the numbers, but after so many hours, I could give it a solid 7.5. And if they will patch the bugs, I could give it a solid 8, maybe 8.5, but the bug patching is slower than I anticipated. Oh, I know that people can build everything. So as I said, the bunker for me, if I somehow will become a millionaire one day, let's say there will be some multi-billionaire that has nothing to do with its money, and this person will know it's gonna die tomorrow and suddenly decides to give away the money left and right, and he will give me 1 billion. I'm building a bunker. And if I would be building it, I would be uploading videos to YouTube about the bunker. But without the location, I don't think I can build bunker huge enough to hold in everyone who's watching my video. That would be an underground city, more like from a Silo TV series. And 1 billion is not that. I will need 1 trillion for that. For the bunker from the Silo, I don't know if you watch the show, Silo TV series. For this type of bunker, probably 1 trillion. Okay. I think I depleted the topics for today. I went a little bit off track at this point. But thank you a lot for joining, everyone. And members, we are going to do some hangout inside Fallout 76. If you can join me, because that's a problem. Friendless doesn't work, but we will find a way. So see you, everyone, tomorrow on Saturday Live. And members, see you on the second stream in a second. So Turtle out. Bye, everyone. Have a good weekend.